What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. I'm Ron Swanson, and we're here for our daily dose of all things Diddy. We're diving into some of the headlines with him and Jayz, obviously, but we need to talk about these drones, man. We talk about these drones and these orbs and a whole bunch of other things, right? Now, tonight at 8 o'clock, we have the super mega ultra epic Sean Atwood channel Christmas show. We have a great lineup of guests this evening. Jaguar Wright, Hard Target, Ronnie Bo, Azria, we've got Beverly, we've got Danny, possibly Big Homie popping in, and possibly Samson popping in as well, plus a few other of the panel members, the co-hosts, all that kind of stuff, as well as the Atwoods. Then on Boxing Day, the Tube of Terror charity event is happening because we're going in for a cesarean, a C-section on Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow, and the hospital phoned and changed the time from 10:30 till 7 o'clock in the morning. And getting up at 5, I didn't want to risk anything. Hang on a second. Oh, sweet. That's just Ronnie updating us for tonight. So yeah, but before all of that, we're going to just find out how everyone's doing. Like, how is everyone doing for Christmas preparations? Everybody all done? Who's still got last minute things they need to do? Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, because obviously our Christmas plans changed pretty. Give me a link for Hard Target. Oh, yeah. I don't know if did I send him the link? Maybe I never. Hang on a second. 1 second. I'll send it to him now. Yeah, I've sent it to him, bro. It should be in his WhatsApp now. I spoke to him earlier. Appreciate that though, brother. Appreciate that. So excited for Nova. I'm excited for Nova 2. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. Still trying to get presents wrapped with the kids in the house. Yeah, it's difficult, right? Especially you know, if you're by yourself. I'm not saying you are, but if you are, you've not really got somebody manning the fort whilst you're rapping, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it can be tricky. It can be tricky. The shops are insanely manic. Val, do you know what? In the day and age of being able to sit in the house and not have to leave to do anything, right? I mean, literally, that's the day and age we live in, right? I feel at Christmas time, if you don't at least brave your local high street or the center of town or wherever your shopping epicenter is, just to as a species, just to interact and experience the madness and watch those, you know, mums with the push chairs weaponize those push chairs. So yeah. Do we have to pay for the Christmas show? No, you don't have to pay for the Christmas show. Not at all. No. We've got, I think Jaguar is performing live. I'm singing a song. It's going to be epically cringe and epic. We've got Ronnie Bo coming on. We've got all of our wonderful gifted ladies. Samson, hopefully Tommy Scoville as well. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that said they were going to do it, but then have not got back to me once I've confirmed everything that's starting today. So should be a good night though, and I'm looking forward to it. But listen, before we get started, give us a like and a share. Pre-mark mums. Yeah, oh yeah, Ron's singing a song, man. You listen. Humiliating yourself for your community is at the cornerstone of being a YouTuber. Okay. Also, Dan got me this mug. Yep. 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 It's a realness. So, but in true Dan form, she always buys my mugs for left-handed people, right? Because this is meant to be this way, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, baklava, my Christmas tradition. Love a bit of baklava. Uh, love the chat. Makes me feel part of the show. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Does it start in 30 minutes? I hope I'm not set up for. No, it starts. We're going to be here till about 7 o'clock on this show. Then we're going live again at 8 o'clock. And yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun night. We've got some stuff we're going to play together as a community. Got some games. Like I say, we're going to have some chit chats. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So just oh god, hang on a second. I've set up all of the. Hang on, Ron's definitely losing his mind. Right, give me a second. Right, it's this thumbnail. I want to go in here. Yeah, Sean's already done it because losing my mind. So thank you for setting up that the forwarding, Sean. Appreciate that. So first thing we're going to be looking at. Let me just save everyone's corneas here. There we are. This is the first one I want to look at because obviously this institution in which these guys have been sent has a bit of a reputation. Thank you, Miss Mac. Thank you. But what I'm going to do is I want to kind of get through the Diddy stuff and then get to these drones because, man, what is going on with these orbs? Like, what is going on in general with this? Because it's wild. Nice. All right. So, now hang on a second, just for the algorithm reading words on the screen. I just wanted to show you that. Itch my back. Ow. Oh, yeah. Liam Payne. Do you know, I feel like that story was everywhere and then was nowhere. There's so many theories, conspiracies. I've heard that it wasn't an accident. I heard that he was climbing out the window or trying to get out of the room and then fell. It's odd. Like it's really odd. But I've not been into the case for a while. So I don't know if there's been any updates or what all the new theories are or anything like that. Ron, did you my link with the streak like your S from Graveyard? Didn't you? I don't know. I'm very confused a little bit actually. I think it was Devil's Breath, like Sloan said. Sloan Peterson. Okay. I heard they have charged 3 people. Okay. Thank you very much, Annette. That's the news for you, yeah, 100%. Oh, man. I mean, here's the thing, right? So, Simon Cowell, Liam Payne, shirt swinger from, thank you, Michelle. Pussycat Dolls, okay? Pussycat Dolls had a member who left the band years ago, right before they were offered a multi-million-dollar contract. It's effectively everything you would want as an artist, right? But then she left the Pussycat Dolls, and for 7 years, allegedly, um, no, so for 7 years, she was saying that allegedly the Pussycat Dolls were treated like sex workers, shifted around the place from person to person, and all this stuff, and no one was listening to her. And obviously, when the Diddy case broke, that whole thing resurfaced. But when Shirt Swinger was asked about it, it was like it wasn't the reaction that you would expect. It was almost like the reaction of a really high class escorting individual reacting to be called the P word for somebody who does it on the streets. It was almost like they took offense to the terminology rather than what was actually the accusations were. It was real odd. And then you've got everything that happened to Liam Payne. There's a couple of things that are interesting about the whole One Direction journey, if I'm being honest. But Simon Cowell, I mean, I don't know what I would say or what I think, but there's got to be some suspicions, right? Surely. There's got to be something that's going to pop up on a radar, especially if we've got to believe what Shirt Swinger says. But there's a big difference between Simon Cowell's involvement with her and Simon Cowell's involvement with the life of Liam Payne, if that makes sense. So who knows? Who knows if we'll ever really know? But as far as the music industry, anyone with overseas connections to Hollywood, all this stuff, I'm just putting a big, massive question mark over everyone right now. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Diddy and Luigi? I'm gonna butcher his last name, so we're just gonna call him Luigi. Diddy and Luigi will be reportedly housed in the same jail. The defense attorney for the 26-year-old person ender suspect is also married to wait. Okay, the defense attorney for 26-year-old M-word suspect is also married to Diddy's defense attorney. Like I'm reading that right. Hey, that's what that says, eh? Yeah. Okay. Seems a bit odd. The chief suspect in the investigation into the ending of healthcare CEO will reportedly be housed in the same jail as Diddy. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was ended outside the Manhattan Hotel on December 4th, with the person who did it at large for several days. The suspect, initially described as a white man wearing a mask, fled the scene. On December 9th, police arrested Luigi at McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after an employee recognized him from the New York Department's images. A 3-page manifesto was found in his possession in which he criticized the American healthcare system. Luigi, 26, had been charged with a second-degree ending 3 counts of illegal pew possession and forgery. Now, CNN has reported that Luigi, who is currently in federal custody in New York, will be held in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Center, the same federal prison that is currently houses Diddy. The news outlet also highlighted that Luigi's defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilio, is married to Mark Agnifilio, who is currently serves as Diddy's defense attorney. It is going to be a good Christmas at the Agnifilio house this year, I think. Okay. I'm thinking if they've got kids, it's going to be a bumper yield from Santa. So, is that not a bit weird? I mean, not really, I guess. If you're married and you're attorneys and you're hungry for it, right? It's not that odd, right? Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Seems odd. On Thursday, Luigi was also handed additional charges, one for ending through the use of a pew pew, 2 stalking charges with pew pew offenses. CNN added that according to prosecutors, he could face the ending them penalty if found guilty of federal ending charges. So dumb how I have to talk. The rap mogul is set to be jailed until his trial begins in May 2020. In May 2025, he previously pleaded not guilty to an incident that has seen him charged with. Wait a minute. The rap mogul is set to have his trial in May 25. He previously pled guilty to an indictment that has seen him charged with. Pled not guilty, charged with racketeering, sex transportation, and his trial will begin. Okay, yeah. Diddy has through legal representation denied all allegations against him to date. Should he be found guilty, he would face 15 years to life in prison. I mean, that's if they get him on the RICO, that's going to rapidly climb. Rapidly climb. I'll tell you that right now. How's the new cooker, Mary? Mary, it's one of the most glorious things I've experienced in a long time. I'm not going to lie. Okay. It is glorious. I mean, it's just amazing. So thanks for asking. I could talk about my new cooker all day. It's freaking amazing. All right, here we go. So he has been held in federal jail, Brooklyn, since his arrest. We know this. Has been denied bail multiple times. Just we know this. Combs was denied bail for the third time last month. Earlier this week, he reported that 2 documentaries about Luigi are already in the works. Interesting. So really just pointing out to us that these two are going to be in the same facility and the same husband and wife are representing these two. What does this all mean? What does this really all mean? Also, I watched The Knowing this afternoon when I was doing some stuff. Put one in the side chat if you've seen The Knowing with Nicolas Cage. What do you think all this means? Like, don't hit me with like, oh, they both done crimes. It's fairly standard that they all get sent to these places, right? So let's have some fun with it for a minute, okay? Like, let's go full tinfoil hat. Let's go full tinfoil hat today, okay? All right. So grown-up answers, just throw it out the window. What? They're controlling the narrative. Okay, let's go with that. That's the first one. That's the first one up on the door. Okay, on the fridge. One of them. Well done. Okay. How weird everything is in the news lately is Pennsylvania and Hawaii. He was caught in Pennsylvania. Trump people attempt in Pennsylvania. Also, Luigi local on Twitter. Local was Hawaii. Finger pointing to Oshmama. Interesting. I don't know what's happening with Kim. Big shout out, Kim. Hope everything's okay there. My brain is soup. Yep. Okay. Predictive programming. All right. Okay. Now, it kind of gives Diddy's camp access in a way. Oh, we're going to need some banners for this one. Hang on a second, people. Okay. So, all right, mate. Freaking relax. Jesus, I need to get a longer cable. All right. Listen, cable management. All right. You want anyone what's your advice for starting streaming? Cable management. All right. Cable management. Okay, I'd lost my train of thought now. What was this? A predictive programming? No, there was something else. Okay, yeah. So if we've got one household with 2 lawyers, right? And one lawyer represents Diddy, one lawyer represents Luigi, right? And for whatever reason, in the Netflix show that we're all discussing right now, Diddy wants to get, well, he would just talk to him in the prison, wouldn't he? I'm trying to make things. Listen. Also, as well, if you just tuned in, we're going full tinfoil hat, colluding. Okay, I like that colluding. You need to free and yeah, I know larks. Like I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. It's so sus making. Well, see, listen, right? One, okay, alleged Illuminati ties Hollywood megastar close to being a billionaire, multimillionaire. Other one, alleged lone gunman, pew pewman. So they're very different, right? But I love looking for things where there's nothing obvious to see. Like I really hope we don't discover anything and spiral and go on like a 5 week mission to under. Oh, put a one in the side chat if you use the tool in your browser called Honey, right? Put a one in the side chat if you've heard of Honey. No, put a one in the side chat if you use Honey. Put a two in the side chat if you've heard of Honey, the app for your browser, and then we'll come back to that in a minute. But someone need to. I'm going to write it down. I'll write it down. Come on, we're going to forget. We're going to forget. Come on. All right. Did it. Nailed it. Wrote it down, peeps. All right. Okay. Got written down. Okay. So Honey, right, is a browser extension that when you go to pay for something, it automatically scours the internet for all the coupons, right? And then guarantees you the lowest price. 1 second. And a lot of YouTubers, right, use this company for sponsorships, right? And the way it works is I imagine all of you will sort of get a basic understanding of how affiliate links work and things like this. So I'm a YouTuber in this situation. I've got a sponsorship deal. They give me a link. When you click on that link, it gives you a special little tracking code that means if you buy anything or make a sale on that website, I get a percentage of that sale, right? Sounds brilliant. Okay. And some of these deals are 30-40% for some creators. And if it's a 40 or 50 pound sign up, 25 pound a sale, I mean, that's a big chunk of change. So what these guys did at Honey was they've made it so that if you go to any checkout, you'll get a little pop-up that jumps up at the top of the screen asking you to search for coupons, you know, to get the lowest price. As soon as you click that, it swaps out the cookie on your computer with their cookie, removing the affiliate link and then giving them the full percentage of sales, right? I mean, it gets worse. Just if you just Google the Honey scam on YouTube, you'll get it. And of course, all allegations against Honey, I mean, Honey are innocent and proven guilty and all this kind of stuff. But it's one of these corporate things where because they were the last interaction, you last interacted with the corporate button on the screen and not the affiliate link. They've been stealing millions and millions and millions allegedly from creators. Wild. All right, everybody, give me a little like, give me a little share. We're going to jump over into our next bit of Diddy and Jay-Z news. Boink. So, Diddy scandal. How will it affect Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage? I mean, I don't know if I can turn this one off. You're going to have to put up with the cornea blinding on this one. All right, boink. And then over to here. I mean, listen. What are we all thinking, right? I mean, let's be objective here. Do we? And also, we have to be smart about this. So from now on, it's going to be Diddy, right? Shmee Shmee and Shmee Shmon Shmee. Okay. And if you can't figure that out, I'm very sorry. But those two who are married out of those three, right? Clearly, and let's be level headed about this. Let's be level headed, right? Is it possible that you yourself could be married to someone? You work in the same industry together. You're very famous, but one of the two people in that scenario, i.e., not you, the other person, is an alleged R-wording psychopath. And there's all kinds of stories circulating about you that the two of you are part of some world organization cabal, allegedly, all right? In this scenario. Obviously, I'm not naming any names. We're just having a conversation. Is it possible? Could you see yourself in a scenario where your partner could conduct all of these things under your nose without you even getting a whiff of it? Also, what is going on with this guy in the background? Like, what is this guy? What's going on here? Oh, dude, like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this little guy. You made it, mate. You made it into the photo. Congratulations. But, I mean, what do you think? I mean, listen, anything's possible, right? Busy schedules. And I mean, we're talking, oh, that is wit beyond wit, Ravina Denver. Absolutely not. She knows. In fact, I think that could be one of the smartest things that I've read this year. That was some Frasier level boofle. Right, hang on. Something beeped. There we go. 10 minutes. Okay. Wow. There's a yeah, all right. All right. Maggie's Raid, what's happening, peeps? Welcome. Maggie's going to be joining us just shortly. I totally stole it off a song, lol. Listen. 10 out of 10 for admitting that as well. Listen, that's a good one. Because when I retell that, I'm not going to tell them that I even got it from you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to choose my audience wisely with that, not an internet audience. That's getting whipped out at Christmas. That's a banger. All right, let's zoom out from Tiny Tim here. Let's just. Also, why does I feel like Jay-Z's got like two facial expressions. Like I feel like every time I go to make a thumbnail, he's either laughing or he looks just deadpan in the face. Just deadpan. What's up from New Zealand? What is happening in New Zealand? Looking forward to the Christmas. I'm looking forward to the Christmas party. In fact, speaking of the Christmas party, also can we just talk a minute about how in 25 hours Nova is going to be like almost in the world. 25 hours from now, okay, they'll be getting out the chainsaw in the hospital and getting ready to that little chicken nugget right out. Just it's exciting. It's exciting. So Biggie had the same expression. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you start Botox when you're like 9. Okay, right here. This is Jay-Z smiling. Okay, heavily smiling after years of Botox, allegedly. All right. So yeah. Plus, I think it goes without saying when it comes to Nova, we're just going to tell everyone in our class and at school that her birthday's always going to be in the middle of the summer holidays. I'll tell you that right now. Right? We'll be picking it so that she's always off school, it's always sunny, and then we'll just lie to everyone. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, she's going to get completely bumped out of presents. Like who wants that? No one wants that. I feel like she's had her birthday stolen from her. So I tried to pitch second Christmas, right? But nobody was going for it. So birthday in the middle of the summer holidays it is. Because yeah. How is Dan? She's sore, right? And I'm picking my sentences very wisely. Okay. Because I'll be honest. There's been a couple of times where I didn't know if I was going to make it tonight. I thought that was it. Like I said something and the face just went. Do you know in a movie, right? When a volcano starts erupting, right? Like all the birds are in the trees, the little lambs are hopping through the field, like there's a kid like pushing a big metal wheel along with a stick. Everything's booful, right? And then And then the birds, they all fly out the tree. The little lamb stops. That's what I'm. That was the face, right? So yeah, I got to watch, man. Gotta watch that shit. I'm telling you, go watch because it's the realness. Anyway, let's. What are we doing? Oh yeah, talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage, which is a headline algorithm. Okay, I know this is. I'm reading a thing. Okay, just in case you think this is my words, it's not. These are the words. Oh wow, of course it is. These are the words of Sarojini Gupta Roy. Nailed it. Smashed that out of the park, mate. Right. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter and Beyonce, three of the most influential figures in the music industry, now find themselves entangled in one of the most. Do we really need to read this? Like, do we like? Are they like? Did we not just discuss? Yeah, this is just going over all the case stuff. I think this was more of a point of discussion that I wanted to bring up because I don't know if we need to hear everyone's, because their views are going to be coming from the mainstream, and we ain't coming from the mainstream. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, oh no, we were discussing whether or not you thought you would notice if your partner was doing that. And here's the thing, right? Because if we boil it down to our world level, right, not billionaire status, all this, there's been plenty of serial, you know, those kind of people, Dahmer-esque, that have had partners who've known nothing, right? But then there's also been the ones that have got partners who are as well. Oh, Beverly Rhodes. Beverly Rhodes in the house. Big shout out to Beverly. If you do at Beverly Rhodes, as it's spelled on here, you will find Beverly's channel on YouTube. At symbol Beverly Rhodes, all one word, and you will find it there. Beverly's joining us later tonight, of course, as well. And yeah. What do I think is going to happen with the Jay-Z case? I don't know. Like, honestly, Yulan, I know that is the biggest cop out ever, right? But I just don't know. I don't even know what's going on with it all. Okay. And I understand my answer is detaching from the seriousness of the survivors and everything like that. I don't know what is going on. I feel like there's a good chance. I feel like, metaphorically speaking, there's a good chance something might have happened. But then I feel like the reasons we're finding out about it isn't because anyone actually cared about what happened. I feel like there's another story behind why we're finding out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because I don't know. That's the only way I can put it. Like, I think most of us, right, thought a certain, not the Sean that's on the screen, the other Sean, not my Sean, not our Sean, the other Sean that's in the prison. I think we all thought maybe something similar to what happened on the happened to the Island Man. Oh, what is happening, Strix? What is happening, my guy? Keeping the flipping Twitch alive, my G. Have a fantastic Christmas, mate. Have a fantastic Christmas. If that's your thing, of course. Oh, we're definitely all excited. Oh, God, I derailed myself. I had to start writing down what I was saying. What was I saying? Diddy. What I think will happen. What do I think will happen? Don't know why it's happened. Bigger story. I think that was it. And I think I'd finish that point and move on. What's happening, Shaney boy? Mary Crimble? Come and join us as well if you want, Shane. We're going to be having a chat about those. No. we're having a chat about Diddy, but we're going to be going on to the drones and stuff. In fact, that's what we're going on to now. All right, because I've got some things, and we need to talk about some things. So the first thing I would like to do before we go into all of this is I want you all to have a bit of an open mind. All right, and I want us to accept the possibility that there's things that are going on in this universe that maybe we don't fully understand. I think, right, there's something going on with regards to secret knowledge, right? You know, and trust me, we're not going deep into this. But Big Homie last week sent me an image, right? And the image was from the Ottawa University, right? And so let me read this to you. Researchers at the University of Ottawa, in collaboration with Danilo Zaya and Fabio Scarinio from the Sapienza University of Rome, recently demonstrated a novel technique that allows the visualization of the wave function of two entangled photons. The elementary particles that consist the elementary particles that constitute light in real time. Okay? Quantum entangled photons. Do you want to see what they look like? Like, there is, I am so obsessed with this whole frequency, and I don't mean good vibes. We're all on a frequency. I mean, literally, that is the forbidden fruit. Okay. I think there is things going on with frequencies, right? Ultrasounds, frequencies above certain ranges. You know, what happens when you buy something that, this is how dumb I am, right? This is how stupid I am and uneducated, right? Listen to how I'm speaking. Whatever the machines are that you buy that make a frequency, right? What happens beyond like the factory settings, right? Because we watched a bit of footage that was in the news from years ago about a guy who had created a way with an ultrasound for you to regrow your teeth. Okay? Okay? Now, sounds great. But the problem is, that's not good business. That is not good business if you've got people regrowing teeth for all the dentists. Okay? And I think once they can sell you a tablet or an injection, that's when they will bring these things to light. And wouldn't you know it, in 2030 out of Japan, there will be a treatment where you can consume a chemical and it will regrow your missing teeth. Awesome, right? Absolutely awesome. So what's the one that makes your finger regrow? Right? Like what would be the one if that was pulled off and then we've got the same, and I'm talking metaphorically speaking, in the realms of the science that has been proven allegedly on that news broadcast. We have to assume that if we can kickstart the growth of new roots and new material, okay, that logically we could assume there is a menu of frequencies that could adjust DNA and all the rest. Now, I want to show you something. This is sound. Keep that in mind. No, that is muted. Okay, that's what that is, mate. Freaking just lifted something up, mate. I know it was a playing card, right? But that through vibration, okay, or frequency, he made that levitate, right? And I know it's not impressive, right? Because it's just a card. I get that. But the science behind it is what you're looking at. It's using frequency, vibration to lift an object. Okay. Now, if we, and I swear to God, right? If I told you where I got this from, then you'd believe me. So you remember we looked at these. In fact, you know what? We're gonna do this lecture style. All right, you're all sitting through this again. I'm gonna show you what those were, just in case anyone was off that day in primary school. Because when you apply this to this, all right. Okay, so all right. So for those who don't know, I imagine most of you do. When you put a frequency or a sound through a metal plate, okay, which I mean, it's not just through a metal plate, but for convenience and science, it's a metal plate that is used. A frequency is put through the metal plate, and you can see the hertz here or frequency, and this is sand that is on here. Now, watch. The frequency goes through and it makes a shape, right? It appears random. But the more you experiment with this, you realize that by tuning the frequencies, you get different shapes. Okay? Makes sense. So 365 does one, 1033 does the other. Makes sense when you see it, right? Where is my little image gone? Okay. So now imagine what you're looking at here is cross sections of a building. You know how a 3D printer does a layer at a time? Layer, layer, layer. Imagine all of these are layers of a building going up and up and up until the full structure is built. Okay? Built off of geometry and lost knowledge. Okay? Okay, one moment. That's the wrong pyramid, but if you've ever looked at some of the Aztec pyramids, I'm going to say, I think it's Aztec. I could be wrong. Excuse me, but I'm just trying to find a decent cutaway image. I think this is a good example. Just as a reference. So if you imagine this was built in sections, moving up the way, using frequency to shape the rocks together, okay, to bring them into form, then the next level brings them into form. But how do we get there, Ron? Oh, I'm sorry. You forgot we just covered it, right? Frequency. Right? Because if we can do this, okay, then surely in the realms of scientific theory, we have to assume that in a different format, this can be scaled up or scaled down. In the same ways we have to assume, or we can choose to assume, in the settings and frequency for the ultrasound to make a tooth grow back, arguably it could be the same for a finger or a toe. But when you start looking at this as cross sections of a building being built in layers, things start to fall into place for me. Yeah, also aliens, right? Yeah, also that too. Also aliens. All right. How much does that look like? Like imagine this is like, hang on. Like imagine this is like a walkway, and this is like a bit of a pillar here, okay? Or maybe this is the very top, and this is where like an archway joins, and you can walk underneath here. Do you see what I mean? Like it's like, oh whoa, oh whoa. I'm telling you, man, wild. That's what it kind of looks like to me, man. It looks like the layers that are taken by a 3D printer for each build stage of an image of a project. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I had to have a little rant about frequency because I'll be honest, this is my new obsession. Like, what makes a frequency? Where do I buy one? I want to start putting things in it and seeing what happens. Like, who wants like a Ron mad scientist frequency stream? Let's see what we can do. Ron, you see what do words to what? Is everything all right, Jane? Because I feel like you're trying to tell me something. Let's find out. Like, there's got to be like some science stuff. Like, because I'm sure there'll be like musicy things for all this stuff, right? But like, there's got to be some sciencey things. Oh wow, someone is going to get a very, very cringe phone call come January who is used to very well educated scientists phoning them to purchase technical goods, and they're going to be telling the story of the phone call they had with me for a while. Water memory, no, but I am a big believer in the transfer, the how crucial what flowing water can have in for energy transfer and magic, all that stuff, all of the above. All right, all of this, all of that stuff. And there is like a burn, as we call them in Scotland, which is like a tiny river, uh, literally 10 seconds out of the door here. If I open the door, I can hear it rushing, all the water rushing and stuff like that. At nighttime, I can hear it. It's awesome. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, that's the good stuff. Right. All right. So you can get a kit here. I'm assuming you're talking about schematics. Cymatics. Oh, hell yeah. Now we've got something to Google. Cymatics. That's not how you spell cymatics, mate. That is. You spelled it right. I spelled it wrong. Okay, Cymatics Audio, Cymatics FM, the site for serene preset sample packs and more. All right. All right. What is cymatics? Science of visible sound explained. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Please, please, please. Yes. All right. So, whoa. See, this is the thing. We have these repeating geometric shapes that occur in nature, but also occur in the frequencies of these things. Like, if you ain't telling me that is the multiple stages of 3D printing that turtle shell, then I don't know what we're talking about here. Okay? Please also like and share. That would be great. Oh, man, look at all this stuff. Oh, man, these are the super nerds of sound. Uh-huh. I'm sure it's that simple. Oh, man, we are going to nerd out on Discord to this. Uh-huh. We're gonna buy. Oh, uh-huh. I'm telling you, man. There is Ron. It's simple. Okay. All right, Graham. I love the faith you have. Okay, but yeah, we'll dive into it, man. My brain takes in stuff pretty well. I just need to buy a textbook. Well, I don't. I just need to translate. I just need to be able to view this website offline. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. That was just my mum, not realizing I was live. And you've got to answer your phone if it's your mum, because you just gotta. So yeah, this is all fascinating. And again, simple experiments. Like I say, most of us will have seen this from school, and it's really one of those things that when you start scaling it up or adjusting sand for boulders or whatever, it really starts painting a different picture of how these wonders of the world are created. You know, how we've got such an incredible lost history. It really is. It's really flipping amazing. Now we're going to just jump over to these drones now because I got some questions. But just going to take a minute to drink this Capri Sun and watch these shapes take place, because it just is incredible. And yeah, just keep adding it. Wow, change the frequency. It's just amazing. So, what do you think? What are these drawings from, Susan? This is what happened. If you look here, Susan, where it says 4280, this is the frequency of sound that is being put through this metal plate that creates exactly creates this sound wave that creates these patterns with regular sand. Tricks about $350, you're saying. Okay. Still bad. Look at this. It's just incredible. Ron, you mean granddad's coffin syrup? Yeah, Susan's crazy, right? You can see the hertz going up here. And we were just talking, Susan, about how these look like layers to how a computer would 3D print something. So it looks at it in slices. So every time the 3D printer goes round with a layer of plastic, that's a slice. And if you imagine all of these stacked up together, or imagine that this is a building and we're taking slices going through it and we're building it with frequency and with sound, say for example the pyramids or whatever, it looks kind of like a cross section. And we showed this video, Susan, and maybe you missed this one too. This is using sound and vibration from a didgeridoo to lift up a playing card. Sorry again. Actually, I think it's a bit of paper. So why not on a larger level? Looks like a rolling paper. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like a playing card in the first version. Oh, I do apologize. It's just kind of wild, right? So if we simply used scaling up as a factor, right? If we got a massive didgeridoo and we pointed it at a car in a field, could we recreate this just by scaling up? And would our eardrums survive it? Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. That was just a delivery coming at the door and Dan coming to tell me. It looks like he's sucking in his look, Kim, I get what you're saying, right? But what I want you to do, go and get a kitchen roll, right? You know, like a tube, like a tube from your house, which is way smaller, right? A didgeridoo diameter is huge, right? And try and replicate what he's doing by going and sucking it up and see how long you can get it. Because I'm all up for debunking 100%, but I think you might be able to get it to lift for a second, but maintaining it. Now let's go a little further into this 1 second, and then I promise we'll talk about the drones. I swear to God, we're going to talk about the drones. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. There we go. I'll do. Oh, thanks. You are lovely. Thank you. I love you. All right, let's just jump into this 1 second. Now, okay, this is called acoustic levitation from like 12 years ago. Right? I don't know what this is, but it looks real sciencey. Okay. Scientist, little white ball. Okay. See, to us non-science folk, this could quite easily just look like magnets doing things, right? Okay, twiddling a little, okay, sound thing, waves, frequency. So, it's a freaking ball of water. All right. Science. I've got some questions, right? I've got some questions. Science. All right. All right. Here's some more science. This is black and white, so you know it's real. Whoa. So this is good. Whoa. Dude. What if that was concrete? Boom. Concrete shape. Bird bath. Pure mad hang. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I say, my mind's blown with this. Right. But sadly, we have to move on. Now, what's going on, Jersey? Like, what is going on? Yes. Yes. Maru Mali girl. Yes. Agreed. Okay, what's going on, mate? Where's Bev? We're on with Bev tonight. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. But what's going on, Jersey? Because when it was just drones, okay, we could all kind of sleep at night. All right. The government's up to something. I tell you what, my favorite one, okay. This is my favorite one. Okay. The drones we're seeing. Are you ready for it? In America somewhere, an AI program has become self-aware and is just out mulling about. Okay. Having we look around. The other one, right, is that possibly some sort of weapon was stolen, and this is the actual American government sending out things to look for it. Yeah, Gabrielle, right? Right. Now, you can kind of, at this stage, if you remember, do you remember when that weather balloon from China flew across America? Right? Do you remember that? Because I seem to remember the American government losing its mind, okay, about this. It was all over the news. Blah, 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 da, 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 da. And America spends a couple of dollars a year on defense, okay? And for them to just be like, nah, don't know what it is. And then for the government and then local police having very conflictive statements, it just seems a bit mad. Because if I was in America, right, and there's stuff floating about in the sky, and wads of it, right? Wads of it. I'd be like, what are we being protected from? Because there's just stuff floating about in the sky. There's alleged video, I don't know how real it is or whatever, of what looks like a freaking spaceship laser battle going on. And then, but again, we're still, let me show you this, right? So we're going to go through various pictures. So before anyone's like, shush, okay, we're good. There's a lot of pictures. So when we look at something like this, right, we can kind of look at it and go, that's super odd. And then just convince ourselves it's a drone or something, right? If it happens one time. Okay. Agreed? You look at that, you go, oh, really weird picture of a drone. We can write it off in our brains if it's a one time event. And that's easily done. But that's not the situation that we're in with all of these things in the sky. And we've had, excuse me, police using their drone technology, using thermal cameras and heat tracking devices for, their drones that are designed to hunt drones. Okay, so the police drones in question are the drones that is a can opening in case anyone thinks that I'm an elderly man. And yes, no, uh, like these drones are designed to go after drones in places where drones shouldn't be. Okay, so they can't see them on their little screens. Like they can't see them on their little screens. They can't see heat signatures. Um, and when the police are using their technology that's designed to be superior to any technology that civilians can gain access to, I've got some questions. I've got some big questions. And then alleged whistleblowers, government officials are making phone calls to people that they know and love and warning them about a potential threat from within, allegedly. Talking about stolen arms. And it would make sense that if the US government was worried about a proper dangerous thing being stolen and then used against the American people, that they would pull out technology to search for it that we may not have seen. Does not really explain what's going on, though. So, again, there is so many videos, right? Oh my God, there's so many videos. Hang on. That are coming from the same events from different angles. And I'm just going to grab some footage here. All right, mate. No.
Even some lawmakers wondering if a hostile foreign government is behind the flying objects. Fox 5's Teresa Priolo joins us live from Summit, New Jersey tonight with the very latest. Teresa.
Yeah, see, this debate here has been something of a great unifier in New Jersey. Just tonight, I've heard from people in Montville, Verona, as well as here in Summit. And well, this time of year.
All right, listen. Oh, nailed that. And what is going on with these earpods? The AirPods, sorry. What is going on with this? As Fox News just looked at people who've got podcasts and gone, they're just using their phone and an AirPod. Scale back the budget.
We normally look up trying to catch a glimpse of Santa. Tonight, it's not him. At least we don't think it is.
Like, for a start, you're way too early for Santa, love. Right? I don't know how long you stand outside with your family waiting on Santa, but that you are way too early.
No. The latest sighting in New Jersey happening high over the skies of Summit, New Jersey. Some call them drones. The skies of Summit, New Jersey. Some call them drones. Others question if it's foreign adversaries spying on us. The Pentagon says it's the latest sighting in New Jersey.
Oh, just play the video.
Happening high over the skies of Summit, New Jersey.
Hang on, let me just close some stuff because the internet is having what I like to call a Barney. All right, try again.
Jersey. Some call them drones. Others question if it's foreign adversaries spying on us. The Pentagon says it's fixed wing air.
That's the thing, right? See, when you look at this, you look at it and go, there's nothing there. It's just the sky. These are not stars. None of this. This is not a pylon. Okay? This isn't like, oh, look at the view and the mild high crane with its like little blinkers on. This is shenanigans.
The Pentagon says it's fixed wing aircraft.
We have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual.
I guarantee you right now, if you went on Amazon and typed in white old man face mask, we could virtually match up this man's head with an available mask.
Sightings. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
It doesn't matter where you go in New Jersey, people are talking about
what?
It appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
You hear that? We're just stupid. Okay? It's just planes. It's just planes. Of course. Of course.
It doesn't matter where you go in New Jersey, people are talking about whatever is floating high above us. And some, including our federal lawmakers, aren't totally convinced it's a friendly eye in the sky.
I've been a little frustrated. There hasn't been enough transparency, letting people know what's happening. It's allowing a lot of potentially misinformation to spread, or at least feel.
I'm going to make a wild guess that this guy's blood pressure is off the charts. Okay. In fact, I feel like he's been secretly watched by this dude right here. Okay.
Senator Cory Booker joins forces with New York lawmakers to demand transparency from the FAA, the FBI, and Homeland Security. Feelings that are
what is that?
Echoed by New Jersey's Attorney General.
What is that?
Guys need to help. This is
no. You should all know what that is.
Not all drones. There's no legitimate evidence the sightings are otherworldly. So what are they? Bill Daley.
There's no legitimate evidence. We just wow. I mean, it's just wild. All right. So let's see what other madness we can find, because this is crazy. No. No YouTube. Okay. No. Okay. We want this week. Okay. 3 days. All right. Okay.
Different drones surrounding our apartment complex.
All right, Maximum Fear. Thank you very much.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? That's right. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
In the past 20 minutes, I think we've seen about 15 of these drones.
Are we under attack or about to?
See, when you look at this looks a bit like a regular drone, right? I mean, we look at this and we go, okay, we've got the wee bits there, right? But we've got our shenanigans happening here. What is that?
I haven't seen them in LA before.
All right. They bother. I mean, that doesn't. I mean, is that real? Oh. All right. This guy's going to talk a lot now. Okay. I'm going to find a bit where he's not talking. Okay. Oh my God.
It's not a plane.
What? Ah.
This one was taken on December 14th, the day after the previous one. It shows strange plane-like.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're sucking me in now. Here we go. All right. What is this? What is this? All right. Just look, just go at 720 internet. Okay, we've lost faith in you completely, mate. Just play the video.
And clueless. He states, quotes, "I'm not really sure how to process what we saw last night.
Right.
My cameraman and I were stunned by the whole experience."
All right. So I don't know what we're about to.
Just some crazy.
Okay. So the next thing are orbs. Okay. Now, when you look at this, this is someone zooming in on one of these objects with a in focus, and I really need to clarify, in focus camera. And there is a field or a orb around these things. Listen, Rachel, I'm going to be honest with you. We're doing away with all the madness, Rachel. Okay, so we're putting that to a side, and we're just going to assume that the people, the regular folk who are losing their minds in America over this, some of them aren't crazy, and some of them, yeah, Jomama, I got what you're saying. I'll do my best. I will do my best.
This one here kind of resembles the one before, but it's a bright cobalt blue. This one here is a strange light orb.
What? Anyone? Anyone? Come on.
It almost looks like a blob of colors and light.
You know what it looks like? You ever seen a mother of pearl? They all look AI. Look, listen. We have to assume, right, that the algorithm of the human condition has been applied to this. So let's say 1,000 of these are uploaded to TikTok, right? Half of them are clearly fake. They get thrown out. Half of the remaining are really good fakes, but eventually they get thrown out. And then we slowly start to filter through by people accepting what they're seeing after they've filtered out the nonsense as what's going to be taken forward within public narrative when it comes to things like this. And I think that's what we're seeing here. These are the ones that people have said, oh, it's fake, but then they've produced the evidence. They've shown themselves recording the back of the camera as they're taking the pictures and all of this. There is going to be a set amount that fall into a algorithmic slot that negates a lot of the, oh, it's a bug, or, you know, it's out of focus, or it's this, or it's AI. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is the ones that we're going to focus on for this because it's my show and, you know, I'm mad with power.
Morph together, floating in the sky. This one here looks like a plane, but the front of it is glowing pink.
Damn it.
Looks like something straight out of Star Wars or something. Even though I've never seen Star Wars before. Don't hate.
Shut up, Matt. Shut up. All right, Maximum Fear. I can no longer respect you as a creator if you're telling me you're not. I'm going to find somebody else's video. Right, here's another video. Freaking.
I do want to get to an update.
Okay.
Going mysterious drone saga in New Jersey. The Federal Aviation Administration now issuing temporary flying restrictions in several cities across New Jersey due to quotes.
What is all of that? This is the thing, right? We could all be like, "Oh, it's a big hoax," right? And, you know, it's those pesky kids. But like, do you know? Mindseed TV. You got to understand, Mindseed TV is exactly what it says. It's creating a mind seed within a narrative that they're constructing, or at least it used to be. They're fantastic creators, fantastic channel, but I'm pretty sure it's created narratives, right? I'm sorry to wreck the illusion for anyone. I could be wrong. Also, though, I kind of want to hear what he was saying. All right, okay, we'll just pretend like we can respect the fact that someone's ashamed to admit that they're not live Star Wars.
On me in the comments. But anyways, this one here is just downright weird and unearthly. Example.
What? So let's look at this here, right? We've got this bit up here, right? And if we're looking at it from this angle, if this was in the dark, arguably these bits at the sides would look like they were sticking out, and these wouldn't be too prominent, right? Like, dude, is that how that would be illuminated at night? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Ugh. This is some heebie-jeebies right here.
Or something.
Like, that's madness. Right, what is this? That's the freaking orb.
She's had several sightings over her house for nights.
Move.
After this one,
Move. No, do not fear the orbs.
and he later stated that she now sees up to 6 of them over her house every single night. Here are her zoomed in photos.
Oh, wow. Right, do you know what else is mental, right? Does he go for the ones that are out at sea? Because, man. What's going on? What's happening, Jonathan? Jesus Christ. Jonathan, what's happening? Oh, hang on. Ron just went back like 3 minutes, and an orb either flies past or through you. Did anyone say? Yeah, don't worry about that's okay. Don't worry about them. That's just a good sign. This is excitable. Everything's excited right now because of Nova. But I appreciate you pointing it out. Thank you. I swear to God, internet.
He knows this is where I buy my vape pods. So I don't know. What the heck? That looks crazy. Why does the light look like that? Okay, it's just an optical thing.
As he's trying to film the drone.
All right. That was odd. It's just mad. Like seeing one of them, I want to start getting some screenfuls of these things. So just give me a second, peeps. Give me a second. All right.
New Jersey, this just got a whole lot weirder. The U.S. Coast Guard and the United States Congress are having an emergency meeting about these today.
What is all of that?
Because they've been spotting them coming in and out of the Atlantic Ocean. That's right.
Nothing suspicious there at all, mate. Right? I just want to say, nothing suspicious at all.
right. They're not just being deployed from like a truck or van, the ocean. So the U.S. Coast Guard has been tracking these things and they're coming out of the ocean. So they're either drones that are deployed from a submarine or something much stranger. So these are definitely not airplanes. It's either a...
Look at them all. Why are there not like whatever? Oh my God.
have been hiding underground or part of archaeological...
What is that?
Digs and have been hiding under the ocean in an alternate frequencies and ultra low frequencies in a parallel dimension for thousands of years.
All right.
Are they
Relax.
extraterrestrial?
Listen, relax. Whoa, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Okay, what are we thinking? Is it the government? Is it extra off-world? Oh my God, that looks like that thing we just looked at. Dude, that looks like this. What is that? What is that? Yeah, you guys are going to have to start hitting me with some chat here. All right, are we looking at man-made stuff? Are we looking at off-world stuff? Are we looking at... What are we looking at? What do you think? What do you think we're looking at? That's a better way of putting it. I think most are man-made. The Greys, they came back. I don't know if it's as simple as the Greys came back, bro. But that is mental. That there is mental. I mean, it does look a lot more droney than some of them. I'm not going to lie. Oh, hang on a second.
County, New Jersey. Northern New Jersey is the #1 place in the country where they have the most UFO sightings.
This was 4 years ago.
Really? Northern New Jersey. Look it up, Jamie, if you get a minute, please, not to be rude. But isn't that like near a couple airports? No, it's closer to like you know, like when you live in New York.
What does this mean? Like, what does all of this mean?
Actually,
Like, do you think? I mean, personally, what I think is all of this is designed to desensitize us. I think this is off-world and on-world. And I think we've got stuff that we've made trying to investigate what the stuff is that we didn't make. And then we've got the government saying nothing, which is just fueling speculation like a brush fire. And we've got countless individuals who are recording and seeing things. It's undeniable. And when you see the skies full of little twinkly lights, okay, full of little twinkly lights, and there's masses of them. I mean, masses of them. You have to start wondering, how is it possible that no one knows what is going on? Because there's too much of this. There's too much money spent on defense. There's too much money spent on everything to do with keeping America safe, right? So what the hell is all of this? I mean, seriously.
Brought that to you as breaking news a bit earlier on this morning. And in the meantime, the FBI now says that it has received more than 6,000 tips from Americans regarding mysterious drone sightings, many of them, again, from along the East Coast. Reports initially came out of New Jersey several weeks back, with states like New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut quickly added to that list. Earlier this week, members of the House Intelligence Committee met for a classified briefing with officials from the CIA.
It's just incredible. I mean, I to see when they're up in the sky like this, right? When they're up in the sky like this, and they're very calm, right? They're very much, it's very much a, hi everybody. You know, don't panic. Everything's cool. Okay. Hi. That's what I get from this. Okay. And I get very much not from this world feelings from those. But from the ones that are perhaps lower and things like this, I feel like maybe those are drones that have come from larger ships. Maybe these dots up in the sky. To come down and have a little peek. Maybe. But I also feel like there's going to be every single piece of technology that the US government has not made public out trying to identify what they're looking at. That's one thing it could be. Maybe. It could be so many things, right? It really could. I believe Elena Delaney. Yeah. Denan, sorry, Elena Denan. Yeah, 100%. Elena and Danny and Azria and Beverly. Definitely listen to them way more. This is us having a conversation, just around a bar table, effectively having a discussion. That's all this is. It's good to discuss theories and just have an open conversation, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Oh yeah, M13. I'm with you too. 100%. So don't ever think if we're having a discussion like this, I'm going against anything anyone said, especially within that circle. 100%. 100%. 100%. This is just a chitty chat. Because for those people that question ladies like Beverly, Alana, Danny, all of those, sometimes it's a journey for them. And when we have open discussions and we go from little point to little point to little point, it can bring people to a place where they're ready to hear the real deals. Because you know yourself, if you're not prepared for a lot of these facts and they're delivered in a way that isn't serious, a lot of people will write off a lot of these things, you know? So, yeah, don't ever think that I'm going against the teachings of the Jedi Council. But that is mad. What about the sea? Too many questions. Yeah. What is that, mate? Yeah. Just reading your side chat, guys. There's coordinates in America that if you pop it into Google Maps, it shows numerous tanks aimed at what looks like a portal. You know people are Googling that right now. You know what's happening. You will only hear or resonate with what your mind and soul is ready to hear. Love that. All man-made. Adam's going fully doesn't believe nada of this. That's all right. That's all right. Thank you very much, Callum.
We've seen they're in focus. If nothing else, we've learned that it's very difficult to focus your phones at night. But the ones I've seen that are in.
Yeah, so this is him talking about people writing off the orbs as being out of focus light around these drones. And again, we spoke earlier about the algorithmic notch that there'll be a percentage of these sightings that fall into provable images captured in high definition and the process being captured as well.
Of tail.
Also, did you know that you can buy just one curtain? Like you can go to a shop, go to the curtain section, pick out what you think is a set of curtains, pay for it, come home, and then go to set it up for your newborn child, and then realize it's one curtain. Because I'm telling you, that's a real thing. You can buy one curtain, which I've discovered the hard way. Let's continue.
Is a Phantom. It's a very, very popular drone, and up until recently, the most popular drone out there. So he did manage to get it in focus eventually, and it was obviously a Phantom. All the orbs you see are what's called bokeh, and that means that something's when the light source, a pin light, is out of focus. then it's just an orb. And if it looks like it's got a force field around it, as I've seen some people say, that's just how your phone is interpreting what the bokeh looks like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just what your phone's interpreting what it's looking at. It's just wild, man. I cannot wait to hear more of the excuses for this. Like, I cannot wait to hear more excuses. Like, I really, really can't. I think there's possibly going to be a massive occurrence once America swears in its next leader. And whoever's right or wrong, I'm so ready for what this is. So ready. All right. I think we've stolen enough content for one day. All right. So listen, if you enjoyed this kind of stream, stick a 1 in the side chat for me, leave a like, give me a little share. And remember, we are back tonight, 8 o'clock for the Sean Atwood Christmas special. Okay, starting in an hour. I've just realized I'm getting out of here. I will see you all there, you beautiful, beautiful people. One curtain. Tiny writing on the thing. Just one curtain. That's what I say to the curtains. The Thangul. All right. Okay. Love you. Peace out, my G's. I will see you in an hour.